Okay, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Atalanta level, otherwise known as level number 14, from the Hades CTF labs over at HackMyVM.eu. So the first thing we need to do on each of these levels is to look at the mission.txt file. Okay, so it says the user Athena lets us run her program, but she hasn't left us her source code. I mean, that's not accurate because we actually have the source code. But we know that the Athena user is the target user for this level. So this is where it's very important to be literate in the C programming language. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to understand what's going on. So we've got the source code file for this binary here. When we run the binary, so actually, before we run it, so the weird binary in this directory is an SUID binary that runs in the context of another user, in this case root. It doesn't give us access as root, but root is the owner of the file. And when we run the binary, it says home detected /pwned Atalanta, and then it crashes. So it does a segmentation fault. I mean, why it does a segmentation fault, not exactly sure, but what we can do is we can take a look at the source code for this binary here. So the code that was used to compile the binary. Segfault, hey, that's me. Oh, it's not what I wanted to look at. Okay, so this binary, if you can't read C code, what you could do is you could just copy all the code here. You can visit your friendly AI and ask it to explain what's going on. This is what I usually do if I encounter a bunch of code that I don't really understand. But I'll try to explain what's going on here as best I can. So in this file, first the group ID and the user ID is changed over to 2006. What the binary does, according to the code, is it switches the UID and the GID, so the user ID and the group ID, over to 2006. So 2006, it turns out, is the Athena user's group ID and user ID. So it runs in the context of the Athena user. So what it does is it gets the environment, the home environment variable, from the environment variables, and it sets it as a file name. So the file name is going to be written to, and we know that it's written to because of this over here. So fopen get env home, so whatever file is used as home, and it's going to write to it over here. And then a command is going to be run. So the command that's going to be run is this one over here, /bin cat var lib me. So this file is going to be run with the cat command, and it's going to be written to this file over here. So it turns out that this is the password for the Athena user, and it gets written to whatever is defined over here in home. So we can take advantage of this and get the password for the Athena user, but what we need to do first is we need to adjust our home directory contents to something that we can write to. So if we take a look at the environment variables here, the home environment variable is the thing that's going to be used to set the write file. So right now it's set to pwned Atalanta. Okay, so pwned Atalanta, this is what we're going to do. We're going to set home to a file that we can write to. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to make one inside of the temp directory. So temp, we're going to call this ... Atalanta. Then we're going to create a file in there. Temp / ... Atalanta at and this will be called pass.txt. Actually, we'll call it Athena secret. Okay, and then we're going to set this as the home directory, because we know that the home directory is set as the right file. So copy this and export home, the home environment variable, equals this file. Okay, so when we run the binary, it's going to cat out the password that is in var libme, and it's going to copy it over to the home environment variable, which we've set to a file that we control. So let's run the binary, weird. Home detected /temp /Atalanta /Athena secret, and then it crashes. So if it worked correctly, then we should be able to read this file and it should have the password. It does not have the password. Just a second, let me take a look at my notes. The code indicates that the binary will write the contents of the var libme file to the file indicated in the home variable. So all we need to do is create a file that we can be written to and set it as the home variable, then run the weird binary. Oh, okay. I see the reason why this doesn't work. It doesn't work because this file that we created is not writable right now. So we need to do chmod to make it writable so that it can receive the password. Okay, so we just need to run chmod and make it writable. So we can just do +w, or you can set it manually. Okay, so now it's writable. Let's run the thing again, and then let's read the file. Nope. Hold on. Let me chmod it one more time and just give it all the permissions. Or did I? Export home equals this thing. Okay, then run, weird. Okay. It could be that I didn't export the home variable correctly. But it works this time. Okay, let's read that file. And this is the password for the Athena user. All right, everybody. Let's talk about what we did, and then we can finish the level. So in this level of the game, we're presented with a program, and according to the program, the home environment variable is a file that's going to be written to using this command over here, /bincat var libme, which is actually the password for the Athena user. So what we need to do in this level is we need to create a file that we can write to in the temporary directory, and then we need to set that file as the variable for the home environment variable. Then run the weird binary. It's going to write the password over to this file, which is the home environment variable. And that's how we get the password for the next level. All right, everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for the Atalanta level, otherwise known as level number 14, from the Hades CTF labs over at HackMyVM.eu. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out. Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.